Today I am sharing what we have picked for the upcoming 2025-2026 homeschool year for my rising third graders individual subjects. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Christina and I am a homeschool mom of two. We are going into our 6th year homeschooling, which I can't believe. And today's video is going to be about the individual subjects that we are using for my rising third grader. So I have just recently posted our family subjects. I did that about a month ago, so that's been posted for quite some time. I'll go ahead and link that if you haven't seen that. That is all of our subjects that we are doing as a family. And I've also posted my rising 6th graders individual subjects. Now, because she's going into middle school, that video got a little long. But I promise you that this video will be a lot faster than that. With this particular kiddo, we like to stick to the basics. He's still, in the foundation stage, in my opinion. 3rd grade is still kind of the building blocks. So he's not very, I wouldn't say everyday academics is his favorite thing. If it's not science-based, science-related, or anything related with animals, he's probably not that interested. But he is my kiddo. He's just got a super big heart. He's such a sweet boy. He absolutely loves animals. He loves drawing. If he's not playing outside, he's probably drawing. That's just been a natural gift. He's always loved putting pencil to paper and drawing. So that's something that we like to encourage. Ever since he's been a little boy, he said he's gonna work with animals one day. He is very interested in conservation and even the more like paleontology side. So we'll see where this kid goes. I tell him, hey, well, if you want to do these things, you have to do your schoolwork. You have to, be diligent in getting your reading, writing, and arithmetic done. But, he's a boy and he's still in that stage of like, I just would rather play. So we try to keep these, his subjects, his work, try to narrow in on what it is that he needs to work on and try to find resources that would allow us to make his subjects go quicker, but pack a punch. So that's kind of what our focus is. We are making some changes for him this year than we did last year, and for both English and math. So I'll talk about those things when we get to those, but there's not much here. We're really just focusing on the basics with him. So for English, so this is his Bible. We are going with Rod and Staff. So this is English 2 from Rod and Staff, Preparing to Build. We've already started this. So we're on lesson 12. And I actually really love this. So this is grammar, this is writing. This is a full curriculum for those subjects. And this really builds that foundation. I decided to go with level 2. I think it would have been good with grammar 3, although in in English 3, they're starting sentence diagramming, and I just didn't think he was there yet. So I really wanted to start at 2. This has been known to be a little more advanced. So I wanted to make sure that we had those building blocks. Plus, he is not really a confident writer yet. So this is going to help him build those skills to be more confident in that. So these are really simple lessons. So like lesson 1, we were talking about what is a sentence. And there's always like a for you to do section. There's more practice and review. So this can be used, you can use it as is. We do a lot of this orally, and then I'll pick one of these lessons, like one of these parts of the lesson that he can write down in his notebook. So he keeps a notebook, just a composition notebook, and that's where he'll write down any answers to any of the questions. But a lot of it we do orally, especially in this early part of this book. As we get further on back here, I might have him, you know, write down things a little more. But like I said, he doesn't love writing, gets winded, so we want to try to spread it out and make sure that he understands concepts. So he does really well with oral work. When it comes to English, he actually doesn't mind doing this. I think he's more of my language arts kid versus math. So I think this is going to be a good program for him. We've really enjoyed it. This is Christian based, and so it references God quite a bit in here. And we'll kind of even teach them about their Bible. So this is the NIV Boys Bible. So there's different little like words and things to live by where they'll point out a scripture. There's notes on the books. Just really cool. So he's been starting to navigate his Bible, and this has called him to do that. So we've really loved Rod and Staff for him. And this is the teacher's guide, which is just a really wonderful teacher's guide. I just hold my book while he opens his book. He follows along, he reads when he's prompted to read, and it's just been really a good fit for him. So they'll have the 2 pages, which is exactly what your child sees, and then there's some lesson notes. You have your purpose, kind of like an activity to do. Now this was made for school, so you'll have that kind of reference, but it's really easy to adapt, and answers are usually in the margin as well. So just really easy to follow along, and we're just going to keep working through this. I think we might work on some of this during the summer. I'm still figuring that out. I think our summer is just going to be a basic English and math type of deal. So that might be something we continue to do. And then he just keeps a notebook, so he does creative writing, and that's what we'll continue to do. I have, so we have story dice, we have prompts that I have lists of prompts that I keep, so we just pull something out and have him draw a picture and write a sentence. He gets really excited about the creative writing portion because he can come up with his own ideas, and he enjoys doing that. So that's something that we'll continue to do throughout next year. So for reading, he is still not at that place of like really enjoying reading unless it's nonfiction. He will read through the animal encyclopedias that we have. Anything that's factual that he can learn about animals and nature based creatures, you know, that'll be something that he will lean towards. But I want him to obviously expand on that a little bit to try to develop that interest in reading. So I'm not pulling any books just yet for him to read. We're just going to kind of go through some things here to hopefully, you know, whet his appetite for something else. So he is reading the McGuffey's Second Eclectic Reader currently. We are on lesson 7 in this one, so he just reads the words and then reads the lesson to me aloud. So I want him to read aloud to me every single day so I could see that he's understanding how to break down words and reading them clearly. He's you know, stopping at a punctuation, and he's making those you know, he's flowing naturally in how he's reading aloud. So a lot of practice with that is very important. He will be going through the 101 favorite stories from the Bible. Now he'll just read one of these a day, and then I'll have him draw a picture in his notebook and do some copy work from it. So he'll just slowly work through this. Not, did I say one a day? No, he's going to read a story from this a week. So we'll just do this once a week, and he'll draw the picture and do the copywork. Now this is, I think it's a Houghton Mifflin reading book for 3rd grade. So I had like a handful of these that I think I got for pennies on the dollar when I first started homeschooling. I have like grade 1 all the way to grade 5, and they were buried in the garage. And so I dug this out, and it's just, you know, it's like your reading book from schools, but it has various things. You know, there's nonfiction, fiction, poems, just different stories. There's nature in here, which he'll gravitate towards, of course. So this is just, you know, giving him a taste of different stories. And I think we'll probably do some activities. There's some things in here. Write a poem. One was draw a map of your area where you live, or draw a habitat diagram. So there's little things in here I might pull out after we read a story and have him just work on that in his notebook, and just keep it really casual. There's like write a personal narrative, be a tour guide. There's actually quite a bit of interesting prompts in this book. So Spanish stories, which is cool. So it looks like it's English up here and Spanish down here. So there is just a lot of different genres and things in here that we can play off of and do some creative writing, or just pull out some creative ideas, I think, that will get him excited about reading. And I had it, and why not use it, right? So that's kind of my plan for that. And I also have this reading comprehension book, Flash Kids Skills book. So this is something we'll probably just do once a week. So I'm like, on Fridays, I like to change up our normal curriculum just to make it feel fresh and lighten the load a little bit. So this will be something that we do. I don't know, they used to have the reading skills, which maybe they still do. I couldn't find it. This is what came up. So it's real vibrant. I think that he'll enjoy working through this. And there's stickers and flashcards in the back. So this will just be something fun to do once a week with him. And as far as handwriting, this is their transition book. So this goes into cursive. So he's already started this. So he's working on the beginning here with the print, and it will go into cursive. So when he works through that, we do have the next book. This is the level 3. They start doing more copy work, bigger passages. So that is here waiting for him when he's ready, but he is still going to be working on this for quite some time. He is working on building spelling skills. He's in the first book because he is not very confident in writing. We needed to start from the beginning with spelling, which this has really been a good fit. It's been very helpful. He's getting the words, it's sticking, so it's all broken up into lessons. You get your list. There's something to do on Monday, lesson 1, lesson 2. I guess you can break it up however you want, but it is individualized lessons. Lesson 3 we would do on Wednesday, lesson 4 on Thursday, and lesson 5 we would do the final test, so on Friday. So this breaks words up phonetically, and it's been a good fit for us. And I have various phonics books, so he's still working through this. He's working through this. We kind of, this one he does on Fridays, this one he does during the week, and we'll probably just continue on with them. So when he finishes these, we'll move to the next. So this is what I have, and this is what he'll work on for phonics. Now math. Math is something that I'm going to make some switch ups for. I am pausing everything we're doing, and we're going to bring in Liberty Math, which is from Christian Liberty Press. Liberty Math, I think the level B. And the reason I'm bringing that in is because it's very math fact heavy. They also have a drill book that I'm going to bring in, so I'll put some pictures up. They haven't come in yet. They are ordered, but they haven't arrived, so I can't show you just yet. But I really want to focus on math facts with him. I want to prepare him this year for Saxon. I want to move him into Saxon 5-4 in 4th grade. And so the beginning of Saxon, a lot of it is review. So I really just want to focus on, you know, the number sense and the math fact practice. And that level B, that Liberty Math, actually goes into multiplication. So they do multiplication up into multiples of 5, I believe. So we are going to work through that. If we need to work in an accelerated pace, just because some of it, a lot of it in the beginning of that book will be review. So we'll probably move ahead a little bit quicker. And most of the book is going to be practice because we've been working on all these skills, but I want to keep practicing. So after that, we may then move into MCP Mathematics. This is level C for their 3rd grade program. So I have all the teacher guides for this program up until the level D, 4th grade. I love this. It is mastery based, very old school math. This is just the teacher guide. I haven't bought the book yet. I really want to see where we are when we finish with the Liberty Math and the review of math facts. But I think we'll be ready to move in here. Now, will we do the whole thing? I don't think so. I just want to get him ready for starting Saxon 5-4, which will be reviewing a lot of this stuff in the beginning part of that book. So we'll see where we end up, but that's my focus. I think we're going to work on that through this summer. With you know, working through those math facts, trying to get quicker and faster with it, increasing the number sense, working on some mental math. I really just want to spend this year preparing him for that. We've really found something good in Saxon. I like how it teaches, and it's going to prepare them for that higher level math. And we're using the dive into math with that, which I talked about a little bit in my daughter's 6th grade video, and that's just been wonderful. Dr. Shorman really explains things well and makes it easy to understand. So I would love for my son to move into that. I think that'll be good. I like the trajectory, which I've talked about in that other video, and so that's something I just want to work on this year, kind of building those skills, getting him ready for that. So I think the Liberty Math with the math fact practice and this program will help us do that. There's just a little more of that practice in the Liberty Math. That's why I ordered that. And then there's also the drill book that he can do in the mornings. I think with their drill book, it's like a practice sheet of math facts, and then the next day it's a timed practice. So I think they kind of alternate it. When I receive it, I will show you guys what it looks like. But it's really inexpensive and just a way to help me fulfill those needs that we're looking for in our homeschool. So we're doing some shifting, obviously, with him this year, but I think it'll be good. And we'll prepare him, you know, for the upper grades, right? We're still in these kind of foundational stages, and so I just want to focus on some of that with him. For an elective, I actually picked him up Portrait Drawing for Kids, a step-by-step guide to drawing faces. I mentioned he absolutely loves drawing, but he does not like drawing people. So I thought this would be a good practice for him, something that I think I'm going to do with him, that we can sit down together and draw. So this is just a really nice book. I think it was only like $5, a Christian book. So I will link it below. $5 or $6, but just really cool book, and takes you step by step. And I think it'll be fun and get him a little more confident with drawing people. I know a lot of us don't have that confidence with that. But I love that he loves art. I loved art growing up. I took a lot of extra art classes, and so that'll be fun. And of course my daughter will probably be joining us with this as well, but I definitely wanted him to have a little extra fun thing that we can do with him here and there in his homeschool. So that is it, guys. That is what I'm doing for my rising third grader this upcoming year for 2025-2026. We're just sticking to the basics with him, building that foundation, and it'll be good. And again, we are doing other subjects together as a family. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, and that will be linked down below. So you can check that out if you haven't already, and I appreciate you sitting with me on this one. If you have any questions on anything, drop those questions down below and let me know what you're doing for your rising third grader this year. I'd love to know that as well. And I'll see you on the next video, guys. God bless.